Welcome back. We're on to a new race tonight in our Coffee with Candidates series. And tonight we're starting off the race for our county commissioner seat up for grabs. And KAGS' William Johnson caught up with our first candidate, Timothy Delasandro, at the Brew Coffee House in College Station.
In your spare time outside of campaigning, what do you like to do?
Like hobbies and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm an Astros fan. I'm a big Astros fan. You know, go Stros. The Astros are headed to the playoffs. I'm really excited about that. I was there for the first game. I was there for the first game at Enron Field, and I was there for the last game at the Astrodome.
Do you kind of like religiously follow how they're doing?
Yes, like on a daily basis.
You're just checking your phone, being like, okay, Stros need to keep it going.
And then my wife and I have 28 acres up in North Bryan, and there's, as far as hobby, there's always work to be done there. But you know, taking care of your own property is a hobby. And it's a pretty decent hobby.
You mentioned your wife was from the area, or in the Brazos Valley area. You know, can you tell me what your ties are to the Brazos Valley area?
So I'm from Texas. I graduated high school in Livingston, Texas. I went to the United States Navy. I spent 4 years in the Navy and 2 years in the reserves, and during that time I went to nursing school. And so my first job as a registered nurse was at the VA in San Antonio. I worked there for 2 years, and so those are all Texas ties generally. But in 1995 I moved from San Antonio to the Brazos Valley so I could go to Texas A&M. I graduated from Texas A&M in 1998. Loved the area, and I stayed.
You said you ran for office before. Can you explain to me what you ran for?
I ran for county commissioner 4 years ago. The reason why I ran before and the reason why I'm running now is because this is an amazing time for Brazos County. There's a lot of future growth coming, and the decisions that we make today as a county are going to have a profound impact on the future, on the next decade or two to come.
Despite what happened last time, what makes you want to keep having that drive to serve?
Because I want to make a difference. And there's a key point here to make a difference. We're talking about property taxes and trying to keep property taxes low. Right now, there's 3 votes to raise property taxes significantly, more than the current budget needs. And there's 2 votes against, and that's what's the current controversy on the court goes. Precinct 4 is one of the votes for. And so you have a real opportunity in Brazos County right now to change one of those swing votes.
Are there any missteps that have been made on the county level that you would want to correct and improve on if you were elected?
Yes. I mean, some of the budgeting issues, I think we should try to keep our property taxes very low as we can. And the only way we're going to do that is focusing on our core services, such as our roads and our court systems and our law enforcement officers. And so I think that's where the focus of Brazos County's funding should be. We've not seen a whole lot of that focused, and so it seems like the county kind of gets off track some. I want to talk specifically about property taxes. The Brazos County is going to spend $377 million on their proposed budget this year. They have $80.4 million in unrestricted funds, which means they've collected over the last several years $80 million more than is currently allocated. We need to peg what we're charging our taxpayers to what the actual budget is.
What have you seen over the past decade in Brazos County that you'd want to improve on?
We've had a lot of phenomenal growth in the last decade, and we've maybe not kept up with some of the infrastructure that we need to handle that growth, such as our law enforcement and our court systems. And one of the things that I've seen over the last decade is a dramatic increase in mental health needs in Brazos County. And instead of increasing our mental health capacity, it's gone down because the only inpatient mental health facility in Brazos County, Rock Prairie Behavioral Health, closed a few years ago. And so I've seen a lot of growth in those needs that haven't been met.
There are several nonprofits out there that are trying to assist in mental health in our area. Do you think that there needs to be more county level action committed to that?
Yes. For example, the American Resource Plan Act, the American Rescue Plan Act, the ARPA Act for COVID relief gave the county somewhere in the neighborhood of $50 million to spend on COVID relief, and part of that COVID relief could include core infrastructure. The county is planning on spending that on a medical examiner's office, but I think spending that money on an inpatient mental health facility for Brazos County would meet a much more immediate need for the citizens of Brazos County right now.
And tomorrow you'll get a chance to hear from his opponent, Miss Wanda Watson, and you can see that interview tomorrow on KAGS News at 6.